Over 13,000 people are here in New York for another edition of All American Wrestling. This time, like I said before just a couple of seconds ago, we are in New York. Kevin Owens is coming out, and he is set to debut against a new superstar coming from a Federation Online of all places. Actually, a former world champion of theirs. Who is it going to be? It's a British superstar. I believe he is British. His name is Jimmy Havoc. And Jimmy Havoc, like I said before, former world champion for Federation Online. So this is going to be interesting here. We have the prize fighter versus a guy that's previously held the prize. You're certainly a long way from home, Jimmy Havoc. You should go back to Federation Online or wherever you came from, because I am the king of this yard. I am the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. These are my fans, and the people here come to see me only. And you're not gonna get out of here alive without going through me. That's strange, because I remember signing a contract with Shane McMahon and not you. Must have been a bit of a mix-up then. Shane McMahon can't protect you in this ring, so you better watch your mouth. And here we go, our first match begins here. Jimmy Havoc versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens with a sidestep. Might already be going for a pop-up powerbomb, but no, Jimmy Havoc stops in his place. Couple of punches by Havoc. There's a flying armbar. Flying head scissors into an armbar, and now Jimmy Havoc. Irish whip from Havoc. There's a punch from Kevin Owens. Owens back in control. And now Jimmy Havoc. Falling over the top rope. Springboard Hurricane Rana. There's a sleeper hold there by Jimmy Havoc. Kevin Owens, the prize fighter, able to counter into a Samoan drop. And now Kevin Owens back in control. But not for long as Jimmy Havoc gets back in control. But Kevin Owens now back in control. Another Samoan drop on the microphone. Someone better get that microphone out of there. Thank you, Kevin Owens. Now Jimmy Havoc trying to go for something, but Owens knocking down Jimmy Havoc with strikes. Havoc, look at that! Tornado DDT by Jimmy Havoc. Snapmare reversal there from Kevin Owens, and now Owens picking up Jimmy Havoc with the spine buster. There's a cover, but it's a rope break. That is the first rope break of the night, folks. Certainly not the last. Jumping DDT again from Jimmy Havoc. And now Jimmy Havoc going for the abdominal stretch here. Will Kevin Owens be able to tap out or escape? I mean, will Kevin Owens escape or really tap out? And look at Havoc trying to go for that moonsault. Get caught there. Body slam by Kevin Owens. Now from the second rope, sort of a bit of a senton there, but he could not get all of it. And the pace has been a little bit slowed down now. Another body slam by Owens. Gonna try and go for a diving attack again. This time he's waiting for Jimmy Havoc. As there's a diving clothesline. The cover on Havoc. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And now Havoc goes straight into another sleeper hold. To no avail. Kevin Owens trying to get back up, but he got caught by Havoc again. Then there's a drop kick. Jimmy Havoc on fire right now. Sent to the referee by mistake there. And now Kevin taking back control with the White Russian leg sweep. There's a backbreaker. Now Kevin Owens just brutalizing Jimmy Havoc right now. Another spine buster. And another spine buster. And there's a headlock for Jimmy Havoc. How is Jimmy going to be able to get out of this one? Well, of course, Kevin lets him go of it. Back suplex. Going for a pin off of it, but Jimmy's in the ropes. Now Havoc trying to go for another Irish whip here. Stopping the momentum of Kevin Owens before he can get going. Now rolling to the apron. And there goes Kevin Owens. On the outside right now. Oh! The referee, tired of wrestlers always going to the outside, suplexing Jimmy Havoc back inside the ring. Superplexing, my bad. Havoc with the kick. And now, look at Kevin. Kevin with a spear! Kevin taking down. Wait a minute. That's Sami Zayn. Jimmy Havoc just taken down again. Uh-oh. Sami Zayn Haluva kick! Sami Zayn just hit the Haluva kick on Kevin Owens. Owens just got dumped straight out of the ring. And now he's trying to go for a dropkick on Owens. There's a reverse DDT. And a dropkick on Kevin Owens. Owens taken down by Sami Zayn. Went for a pin, but ended up as a rope break anyway. Elbow drop. Missed, though. Havoc! Nice clothesline there by Havoc. Will be enough. Kick out at 2. Jimmy Havoc pretty much given the advantage here now in this matchup, thanks to Sami Zayn with the Haluva kick. Oh, the referee, though. Referee accidentally knocked unconscious by that drop kick. Now how will Jimmy Havoc fare? Kevin Owens at first given a disadvantage thanks to Sami Zayn coming in, taking him out with a Haluva kick and a top drop kick. Now look at Kevin Owens with that springboard moonsault. And now the referee is back up. There's a gut wrench powerbomb by Kevin Owens. Taking down Jimmy Havoc. Another sidewalk slam there. And wait a minute, Sami Zayn! Taking down Kevin Owens. There's a swanton ball on Owens. At least it kind of looks like it from this camera angle. I can't really see it. Now Havoc getting these fans riled up. Now brought back in the ring is Kevin Owens. German suplex on Owens. 1, 2. Owens has just been defeated by Jimmy Havoc. Sami Zayn has just helped Jimmy Havoc defeat Kevin Owens. And look at Sami Zayn clearing the ring of Owens. On to our second matchup here. Did I say second? On to our second matchup here for this episode. Devon Dudley, representing the Dudley Boys, will take on Roman Reigns, representing the New Legacy, which is, of course, Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns himself. And these two teams will collide again for the Tag Team Championships at AEW Destiny. It's official that the next pay-per-view is going to be All-American Wrestling Destiny. And here comes Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, and it's their destiny to keep these Tag Team Championships. Make Randy Orton proud. Of course, Roman Reigns walking slowly because Dean Ambrose is still pretty drunk, which is why he cannot compete tonight.
Roman Reigns, do you know why I interfered in your match at AEW Independence Day? Devon, I honestly don't care.
Well, Devon did interfere
I'm going to pop
at AEW Independence Day when the New Legacy faced off against the Wyatt family
to that match by showing up in the end. I ended what could have been the worst match in AEW history, and you give me a response like that? You know, there are 3 commandments in life. Number 1, thou shalt not steal. Number 2, thou shalt not kill. And number 3, thou shalt not mess with the Dudley boys.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What a belly to belly on Roman Reigns. Reigns is just flopping everywhere. Flopping like that guy I can't mention anymore with blonde hair. Got defeated by Samoa Joe. And then got banished. There's a reverse DDT and an atomic drop on the Devon. And this fight is already spilled to the outside. The springboard Superman punch. Roman Reigns just getting into the business. Reigns is not fooling around. Swinging around. Devon. Getting as dizzy as Ambrose is currently. DDT. But Devon got straight up from it. These two have amazing chemistry. There's a huge clothesline. After the drop kick, there's a side headlock. Reigns is down once again, and this crowd does not like it. Here in New York, Spinebuster cover on the Reigns. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And now Roman Reigns going for the body slam, and he caught him. Roman Reigns got him with the body slam. And it's back to Roman Reigns taking control for the time being here. Going for the suplex, caught to a DDT. 1, 2, Reigns able to kick out. Now, I'd say that was an amazing counter myself. I believe it'd be worthy for a... Whoa! Whoa! I was about to say it was worthy for a replay there, but so was that. Okay, can I have a replay of those 2 moments, please, while this match continues on? There's a full Nelson there. Alright, thank you for giving me those replays. Those were amazing moments in this matchup. Roman Reigns going for an early spear. Could not get it. Devon is not going to let him get that spear. Shoulder breaker. Drop toe hold. Drop toe hold again. Like I said, these two have amazing chemistry. They know the insides and outs of each competitor. They have been studying their tapes clearly. Brought back inside the ring there by Devon Dudley. Trying to go for the clothesline. Got caught. Here's a pin. Off the clothesline, miss. Kick out at 1. I don't know why you'd go for a pin off of that. Punch there by Devon. Going for the Superman punch, but Devon isn't going to let him. Huge forearm to the face. And now Devon just taunting the crowd. Drop kick turned into a Hurricane Rana on Reigns. 1, 2, and he kicks out at 2. Much to the disgust of Devon Dudley. Backbreaker. Taking out even Bubba Ray Dudley. Superman punch on Bubba. And there's another Superman punch. Reigns is fired up right here in New York. Reigns now trying to go for that suplex he missed earlier. There's the front suplex. Cover on Devon. 2 count and only a 2. And now Ambrose comes in here. There's a clothesline to Ambrose. Ambrose is down. Now these two, I thought they were going to fight on the apron there. And now look at Reigns. Reigns just taunting Devon. Super spear. 1, 2, 3. Lat match there. That was an amazing tag, not even a tag team matchup, but it kind of felt like one in a way. Roman Reigns getting the victory for the new legacy. Listen, Shane McMahon, I don't really see myself as a wrestler anymore. You kidding me? Wouldn't I be more used to the show if I reinvented myself as a manager? Well, you know, you have been fighting for us a lot lately, you know, and, if you want to be a manager, I think it'd be the best career path for you. Maybe take a little bit of a break from wrestling because you've helped us out a lot recently. I think you need a little bit of a break, man. So yeah, you can do this. Thanks. I've enjoyed working as a wrestler, but I can't wait to experience life as a manager. And we now move on to our first official tag match of the night. I thought the last match was a tag team match for a second, but it obviously wasn't. Here comes Team Rollins, and Team Rollins is going to take on Team Bálor, but I guess you could say it's also a little bit of Team Evolution mixed with Adam Cole and Kofi Kingston just waddling. Here comes Evolution, of course. And Adam Cole is not a part of Evolution, just so you guys know. He's just an associate with them. You know how JBL had his partners, you know, and such. And I don't know why, but Kofi Kingston is making Triple H and Adam Cole stuck, but they're unstuck now. And the rivalries in this matchup are Shawn Michaels and Adam Cole, and Finn Bálor and Seth Rollins. But of course, we do know that Triple H and CM Punk have had history. And here we go, folks. And there's a sling blade springboard style already on a CM Punk. And now the match truly begins. Springboard kick accidentally on the referee German suplex. And now, like I said before, the match truly begins now. It's gonna be Rollins versus Bálor to start this off, and Bálor is just taunting Seth to get in the ring here. Bálor is taunting Seth to get in the ring. He's coming in. Oh, and he accidentally kicks Cole, but he gets down Bálor as well. And to tag in the CM Punk. And I guess we're not going to be seeing it after all. Now here we go. Bálor and Punk. Two men that were in the final three of that Money in the Bank match at AEW Independence Day. And look at Bálor going straight after Punk. This match actually begins now. And at first they were just taunting each other, not really much action, but we actually have action now that CM Punk is inside the ring. Punk with a drop kick to Bálor. Bálor is extremely weakened. My announce table's inside the ring. I don't get why my announce table's inside the ring. Why would anybody need my announce table? There's a front suplex. So Seth Rollins just brought the table in, and Finn Bálor is just about to bring the table out, like he should. And here comes Shawn Michaels, a man that has truly had beef with Adam Cole. Oh, there's the sweet chin music immediately. Shawn Michaels is not fooling around. And I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to go for the topic called Hilo. I guess this match is just really losing and picking up steam and losing steam and picking up steam. Can you guys just stop moving that announce table? Is that fine with you? Because that's fine with me. Look at Seth Rollins going straight after Finn Bálor. And Triple H kicking Shawn Michaels inside the ring. Michaels now fighting Triple H and taking him off the apron. And now he's fighting Michaels. Michaels isn't fighting himself, of course. And now he's fighting Bálor. This fight is picked up again. This match is picked up again, that's what I meant to say. Might be a bit slow at first, but now we're getting into it. Now Michaels with punches in the corner for his opponent here, which is Finn Bálor. Bálor getting repeatedly punched in the face. Now Shawn Michaels looks like he's about to tag out back to CM Punk. But Bálor trying to fight back though. Neckbreaker by Punk. And Bálor is like kind of hurt legitimately. He needs to tag out. There's a kick to the side of the head by Bálor. There's a super kick. And a tag in to Triple H. And two former rivals going head to head now. Triple H and CM Punk. Neckbreaker to Bálor. Going for a punch with Triple H. Triple H knocked outside the ring. CM Punk brings him back in. I guess this is what CM Punk was waiting to do since he got back into the company. Take out the huge ace of spades. That is Triple H. You saw that Motorhead reference, right? The ace of spades! I am not gonna try that again. It's a song reference to whoever knows the Motorhead song, the ace of spades. Spinebuster! By Triple H. And now Triple H bringing up the DX sign just to mock everybody in this arena. There's a rope break. I'm sure it's not going to matter. Why is there a child crying in the arena? I'm not sure if anyone else can hear it, but I can. And it's practically getting annoying to me. I just want to stop, alright? I just want to stop, alright? Now look at Triple H. After the suplex, the tag to Adam Cole. Who hasn't been in this match much. Until now there's a spine buster. What the heck is Chris Jericho doing here? Chris Jericho is hijacking this match. Pile driver! Dangerous! That's a neck breaker, but CM Punk hasn't even noticed yet that Jericho has pretty much hijacked this one matchup here. And I don't know why Jericho has hijacked this matchup, but he has, and is it going to do anything for the results of this match? Probably not, but it could. CM Punk repeatedly punching Adam Cole in the face. Now Punk looks like he might tag in Seth Rollins. Rollins tagged in. Bálor tagged in. And now we go back to where we started. Super kick right to the back of the head. We're back to where we started, ladies and gentlemen. Bálor and Rollins. Bálor, of course, blinding Rollins right now. As you can see. Bálor isn't afraid of a fight now, but he was before. Oh! I don't know what that was from Rollins. Could have injured himself again. Thanks to that Money in the Bank briefcase. Bálor just threw the Money in the Bank briefcase out of the way. He wants to fight Seth Rollins, surprisingly. Wait a minute. No! Tag out to Triple H. And now things just got really heated. A tag out to Triple H. I still don't know why Chris Jericho's here. You'd think he'd interrupt the match with Adrian Neville in it. And Jericho's on top of my announce table again. It is a good thing that I am broadcasting from my helicopter. The same helicopter that produces these replays for me. And pretty much it's the whole entire show. Spinebuster to Seth Rollins. It's a rope break anyway. I wonder how this match is going to end, and I also wonder where Shawn Michaels went. Where is Michaels? And look at Seth. Irish whip. Trying to go for something, could not get it. Bulldog. Got all that Bulldog though. Spin kick by Rollins. And there's Michaels. Sling blade. But Triple H immediately got up. Trying to go for that super kick. What's Seth Rollins taken down by Triple H. Now Rollins with the reversal of the back suplex. And now tag in the Punk. Tag in the Bálor. I thought we were going to see Punk and Triple H again. But look at this. Triple H and Seth Rollins taking out Bálor and Punk even though they aren't even the legal men. And Bálor from behind. Bálor from behind, going for the dragon suplex. There's a zigzag. Well, actually, no. That's just called the reverse bulldog now. Because the zigzag belongs to a person we're not supposed to name. Small package. Wait a minute. See a book called the small package. And Evolution took the quick victory there. And punctured. Oh, he just broke my announce table. From one tag team match to another here as we go on to the next match. And Finn Bálor just left his money in the bank briefcase for some reason. As here come the team of Samoa Joe, the United States Champion, and Daniel Bryan, as they are going to team up against Sheamus and The Miz, who haven't been on the best terms lately. I mean, The Miz returning from a paralyzation injury, of course, and after returning from this injury, he... Oh, look at Sheamus just taunting with the goal. He's saying that this goal is going to be mine again soon. He just threw it in the crowd, and Sheamus now can't find his microphone. It's going to be hard for him to speak without a mic then. Anyway, like I was saying before, Sheamus and The Miz haven't been on the best of terms as well. Sheamus was going to use his rematch clause to become the United States Champion at AEW Independence Day, but we don't know how the outcome of that match was going to be, because, well, he didn't show up. Got beat down by Booker T and The Miz, and of course, what happened afterwards was Sheamus got a rematch last show, and he lost because of The Miz. So, The Miz hasn't been on best terms with Sheamus lately. Sheamus hasn't been on the best terms with The Miz lately. And they both just hate each other because they both want to be the United States Champion. Which is understandable. I mean, every wrestler wants to be a champion at some point.
I can't believe that Shane McMahon would even bother putting me and you together for this tag team match. I am the most must-see superstar in AEW today. And you tagging with me will not help ratings. You know, maybe you should just stay on the apron.
You know what, I can't believe
I'll just do all the work myself. If the feeling's mutual, Mike, you know, the last time I was in the ring with you, I injured you, and that wasn't on purpose. But the next time I see you in this ring, I'm gonna injure you for real. You guys honestly sound like a married couple over there. Well, no worries, we're going to break you up right now.
And here we go. I think this might be an easy victory at the expense of The Miz and Sheamus. And look at Daniel Bryan with a front suplex. And here we go. Former WrestleMania opponents, former rivals, now in this tag team matchup here. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Irish whip on Daniel Bryan. Bryan over the top rope. And now a suplex from Sheamus. Suplex on Sheamus, and look at Sheamus just go to work on Daniel Bryan. Already going for the backslide on Bryan. 1. Almost a 2 count. Sheamus! Counts across by Sheamus. And now Sheamus trying to get something going here. But look at Daniel Bryan with a power bomb. Huge power move used by this technician. Bryan catches Sheamus. Sheamus catches Bryan. Oh no! Oh, I thought it was going to be another career-threatening injury for someone else. And if you don't know, Sheamus was the one that injured The Miz in the first place. So I'm guessing that the revenge makes sense, you know. You almost end my career, I take away your title shot. And what happened is, of course... Oh wait, The Miz just tagged himself in there. May not have looked like it, but it happened. Reverse suplex. And what had happened is, it's this effect where you take away my career, I take away your title shot, and The Miz didn't even do anything with that free title shot, apparently just handed to him after Sheamus couldn't compete. He just lost to Samoa Joe in about 3 minutes. But The Miz, he has a drive. He has this drive to become the United States champion, and he will do anything to keep that title. And he'll do anything to get that title again, because if you remember, he was the inaugural champion of this era. This new era of All-American Wrestling, the Shane McMahon era, started out with The Miz as the United States champion. But then he got paralyzed, and, you know, Daniel Bryan even ties into this, because he was in a match with Sheamus to determine the new United States champion, and Sheamus won. Backslide. Well, there's a Hurricane Rana from The Miz, so that backslide does not matter. And look at The Miz. Stomping down and beating on Bryan. But Bryan coming back. Hurricane Rana turned into an alley-oop. The Miz. Uh-oh. Bryan, another pile driver. Accidentally taking down Joe. Look at The Miz just down on the mat right now. Referee, can you not block my vision? Taking out The Miz, bringing them back in the ring somehow. Tag in to champion Samoa Joe. There's a clothesline from Joe. And Joe's just about to go to work right now. There's an abdominal stretch. Joe just dominating The Miz. And of course, this whole problem stems from Samoa Joe, who is the current United States champion. And both Sheamus and Bro kick to both Bryan and Joe. And like I was trying to say, both The Miz and Sheamus want to become the United States champion, and probably at an extent, Daniel Bryan wants to avenge his loss to Sheamus and become the United States champion as well. Both men going down. The Miz. I think he might have a plan. There's a punch to the face of Joe while he was on the apron. He's trying to keep Joe down. I don't know how that's going to be possible. A couple strikes on Joe. Joe with a super kick. Joe is coming back now. And now Samoa Joe. What's he trying to do on the top rope? Oh no! I heard a scream. I heard a bit of a scream. What's going on with Joe? I think that's why he never usually does dives. Oh, he's holding his head. Something went wrong. Oh, nope, he's holding his leg. Look at The Miz trying to capitalize. Cannot get to him. Could not get to him. And look at Samoa Joe just holding the leg. There's the Coquina clutch. He's trying to end this now. Joe just trying to end this so he can get to the back. He was holding his leg. I saw his leg. He was just holding it. There's the Coquina clutch. And The Miz, I think he just got to the ropes. That is not going to help Samoa Joe at all. Joe needs to, legitimately get to the hospital right now. And The Miz not ending this match is not going to help Joe at all. But Joe insists on fighting. Oh, I think he might have landed on his leg again. Might have landed on that leg again. Yeah, I think he did with that plancha. I think that's why he never usually goes for diving attacks, though. Joe. Uh-oh. The Miz going for the skull-crushing finale. Trying to end this. Skull-crushing finale on Joe. Joe's leg just practically gave out. And what a victory for these two. This isn't even a laughing matter, fans. Why are you laughing? The man's leg just gave out. And Joe with a super kick with the bad leg. Joe just fighting The Miz now. This is Wrestling Review. Samoa Joe has injured his leg in that match and will be out of action for the next 3 weeks. It has been confirmed by Wrestling Review that Samoa Joe has indeed injured his leg in that match. He will be out of action for 3 weeks. And he's going to miss All-American Wrestling 5th pay-per-view event, Destiny. So either we're going to have to crown a new United States champion, or we're going to have to settle this in a number 1 contenders match. The Miz versus Sheamus. Winner's number 1 contender to the United States title. But we have a debuting superstar now. His name is Carl Anderson. He's a good friend with AJ Styles. Made his mark over in Japan and Rising Sun Pro Wrestling, and now he's came here to All American Wrestling, and I'm still shaking over Samoa Joe's leg injury.
All American Wrestling will never be the same now that Carl Anderson is here. I am going to take over this place. I'll probably bring along some of my friends. Maybe we'll take the gold together. I already know a couple of guys here.
Carl Anderson knows about
maybe I could just make change by myself. You know, when you talk about change, Carl Anderson, you've already changed one thing about tonight. You've changed this lively New York crowd into a bored crowd. And you know, the only thing that's going to make them lively again is if I shut you up.
And here we go, the match begins here. Carl Anderson going immediately for a body slam. Jericho taking down Carl Anderson. That's a reverse suplex. And of course, Jericho interrupted the 6-man tag team match just earlier. If you didn't see it, it was Finn Bálor and Triple H and Adam Cole versus the team of Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Shawn Michaels. The match ended when Finn got that surprise small package on the CM Punk, of all people. And of course, many of those feuds will probably, of course, end at All American Wrestling. Next review event, AEW Destiny. I know I say that a lot, but there is a possibility of feuds ending at pay-per-views because that's just how stories end. You know, they end at big climaxes, and I'd say all of our pay-per-views could count as big climaxes. Huge fisherman suplex there from Jericho. Get Carl Anderson back inside the ring. Bulldog from Jericho. And Jericho has had classics against men like John Cena and Adrian, Neville, our current world champion, who will be in the main event tonight against, well, I don't know who Adrian was going to be in the main event against, but it's going to be a top-tier talent, I'll tell you that much. You know, it could be Braun Strowman. I mean, this is final night. As a wrestler, there's a spear from Anderson. 1, 2, and Jericho kicks out. He knows a lot about that with the spear. Jericho does. Suffered it a lot of times to Edge, actually. Shot to hold. Go for the Northern Right suplex. Gets caught by Anderson. Anderson now in control. Going for that power slam and gets it. Now Carl Anderson just waits for Chris Jericho up on the top rope. Jericho, knowing better. Jericho now just leaving the ring. Jericho trying to get a microphone. And now look at Carl Anderson just taunting Chris Jericho, trying to trick him and brought him back inside the ring. Good strategy from Carl Anderson. And there's another body slam. Good strategy from Anderson. Another backslide here. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The wrestlers suddenly know how to kick out this week. And look at Jericho going for a springboard drop kick. Gets caught. Anderson now springboards himself back into the ring. Anderson wants this done in the ring. There's another body slam from Anderson. Anderson going into the ring apron. Goes for the drop kick. Jericho throws the microphone out. There's a drop kick. Match kind of slowed down, but we're getting back to the pace a bit. Jericho trying to do something. I believe he's trying to go for a move. There's a flying head scissors, I think. Trying to go for something like that. There's a rope break. Drop kick. Outside the ring, no. Carl Anderson Able to save himself. Doesn't matter. Hurricane Rana from Jericho. Cover on Anderson. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count actually. Fighting match so far. Trying to go for another body power slam. There's a suplex from Jericho. Carl Anderson seems to be the master of the power slam. Going for a back suplex of sorts, but now Carl Anderson with a headlock. And he's got Jericho right where he wants him. A couple of punches right to the head. Now Anderson. Skull-crushing finale, the move that finished off Samoa Joe surprisingly tonight. Who is, again, like I said before, out for 3 weeks with a leg injury. And we'll have to see what Shane McMahon wants to do with that. Will he give him a title still? Will he let him keep the title? Or will Samoa Joe be forced to drop it? Because he will be missing a pay-per-view with that title. Another reverse suplex from Jericho. Jericho in perfect position here. Looking for the lion salt right to the back of Carl Anderson. There's the lion salt. 2. Kick out at 2. Carl Anderson with a DDT. Cover on Jericho now. Jericho. 2. Kick out at 2. Jericho. Another reverse bulldog. Now Jericho going straight into the walls of Jericho. But Carl Anderson able to escape quickly. Surprisingly. Jericho the bulldog. And now Jericho has Carl right where he wants him. What's he gonna do here? Another bulldog going straight into the middle of the ring. Maybe he wants to lock in the walls in the middle of the ring now. What is he going to do? Carl Anderson coming back. Neckbreaker by Carl Anderson. The newcomer. Looking for a pin on Jericho here. The leverage pin and a kick out at 2. That was close. That leverage pin almost got Carl Anderson a 3 count. I don't know the official term for that leverage pin, but it almost got Jericho. Suicide dive onto Jericho. And Jericho's back just bounced off the trophy. Body slam, the back of the head just hit the trophy. This Carl Anderson is not safe. Goes for an elbow drop off the apron and kinda gets him. In a way. Jericho able to get out of this into a sleeper hold. Now Jericho, of course, getting back in the ring. Spine buster by Jericho. Double A style. Of course, referring to Arn Anderson. When I say double A, of course, for people who don't know what I meant. There's a sleeper hold again. Another rope break. Carl Anderson, what's he gonna do here? Going for a punch. There are a couple kicks there. Russian leg sweep from Jericho. And now Jericho going for another lion salt. Gets all of it. Jericho saying this is over. Trying to go for a kick there. But Carl, it would seem, caught him in the air. Jericho. Breakdown! Breakdown by Chris Jericho. 2. And Carl Anderson kicking out. That was a close call for Carl Anderson just then. Going for a cutter. Monkey flip by Jericho. And Jericho is calling for the end. Carl Anderson better not get up. Code breaker! Code breaker for Carl. And now he's just moving him away from the ropes. I'm going for another breakdown and he got him. 1, 2, 3. Good night, Irene. Chris Jericho wins this matchup here, and that was a great performance by Carl Anderson. Moving on to the main event here in New York. the main event for the go-home show before AEW Destiny, and here comes Rusev. I'm guessing Rusev must be the opponent for the World Heavyweight Champion Adrian Neville tonight, and of course Adrian Neville is going to face Hideo Itami at AEW Destiny for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. And speaking of the World Heavyweight Championship and its owner, here comes Adrian Neville. I just like that little sequence he does when he like turns around with the belt and stuff, even though he is pretty cocky. He is the World Heavyweight Champion, and he has been a fighting World Heavyweight Champion, even though soaked in controversy, he is a fighting champion, and he will take on all comers, no matter circumstance. And here we go, the match begins. There's a huge kick by Rusev to start this off. Rusev beating the holy heck out of Neville here. And look at Neville, he hasn't even gotten any offense in so far. Neville with a superplex between the referee and Lana. Rusev is tired of losing all the time, and he wants to get this one win. I mean, this one win for Neville would do wonders for his career, but it would do the same for Rusev if he was able to win here, as Neville, of course, is the World Heavyweight Champion, as I discussed many times before, and him getting a win would be important heading into AEW Destiny, but a win for Rusev would be important just as much, in a way. Irish whip. There's a judo throw to hip toss. Side headlock. But this made Antonio Cesaro tap out, so anything can happen. Oh, what a hurricane run up there. Lana Rusev. 2 count, only 2. Lana doesn't have to do anything, she just goes back outside. And admires this matchup. That's a bit of a rope break there. Huge kick there. I think it was reversed, I don't know, I just saw Rusev on the ground 1 second after he was in the air the other. And now Rusev with an elbow drops him back in the head of Neville. And look at Lana wearing a World Heavyweight Championship. Is that a sign or something? But of course, I can get it too. We'll never know if it's a sign yet. Until it actually comes together, you know. Maybe it's just a missing piece of the puzzle for now. But it might not be soon. And I just want to say that this is the main event for All American Wrestling, yet one comes from Newcastle, and the other comes from Bulgaria. Yep, 2 great athletes, but they definitely do not represent America in any way. I mean, they are fighting in America, of course, but that does not mean they are fighting for it. I mean, these two, for all I know, might be just fighting for themselves. Well, of course, Rusev is fighting for himself and Lana, in a way, but Neville's caring all about himself. And Rusev's pretty much got back into this matchup. Flying head scissors, British Airways. Uh-oh. You don't want to be on the outside with Neville, because he'll do that! And it'll make your day a lot worse. Oh, another hip toss. Oh, and right arrow into the crowd. It's like a little bit of a crowd surf. These guys are in the crowd now. And Neville's got an offense. Flying head scissors. And Lana's dropped the world title. And Lana's trying to strike Neville. What has Lana got against men? Maybe it's just men that are fighting Rusev that she has beef with, but still. Oh my goodness. That headbutt. It sounded like if you bashed like 10 coconuts together at once. Nice suplex there from Rusev, double overhook. Of course, Neville taking control. German suplex he was trying to go for. Got caught to a bear hug by Rusev, and this might be it for Neville. I must say, this might be it. But it's not it. Which is the important part. Back elbow. Look at Rusev. Is he about to use that chair? Is he about to use that chair? No, he drops it. He was taunting us. And Neville does not like taunting. Look at Neville trying to come back. Neville coming back. Nice kick there by Rusev. Dropping the chair down. Another kick by Rusev. Rusev is a dominant brute. In wrestling, he is a dominant brute indeed, but he's just been on the losing end. Ever since losing to AJ Styles, he's lost to Cesaro, the Baron Corbin cosplayer. And he's lost in that Money in the Bank. He may lose to Neville here tonight, but so far that's unlikely. Of course, but we'll see how events fare later in this matchup. And look, Neville with that reversal, springboard, going for that drop kick. And Rusev just gets out of the way. And look at that! A running leg drop right to the back of Neville. And a kick out of 2, of course. Because nobody stays down from a leg drop with a DDT there. From Rusev. And now Rusev just taunting Neville again. Neville catching Rusev, taking him down. A kick right to the face of Rusev. Rusev is down again. Neville throws the chair out into the outside. Neville taking down Rusev. And Neville, the suplex to Rusev. Who's that coming out? Oh, would you look at this? Today with Tommy. What's Today with Tommy about to do? Huge suplex by Rusev. Look at Rusev trying to get a bit of a day with Tommy. Rusev trying to get a bit of a day with Tommy right now. When he should be focusing on the matchup at hand. DDT. And Neville now just finally noticing Hideo and Tommy out there. And look at him, he's trying to chase after a Tommy. Oh, and he kicks the Tommy down. He kicks the Tommy down, and look at the Tommy. The Tommy and Neville are fighting on the outside. Neville just got distracted by Hideo and Tommy. And Rusev could take advantage at any time. Lana just took advantage for Rusev. And Hideo with Tommy's had enough. He was just trying to watch the match, trying to go to sleep. But he couldn't get all of it. But oh, what if there's Canadian Destroyer? Maybe that'll make up. We're getting assaulted by Neville. Neville just couldn't keep his eyes off his opponent. Now Rusev taking advantage. We've got a 7 count. We've got a 7 count for Neville. Neville's just caught in a sleeper hold at the moment. And a day with Tommy wearing the world title is a bit of symbolism. Rusev's got that sleeper hold locked in. The referee's just counting away at both Rusev and Neville right now. And I believe Neville just got choked out. 8 count for Neville. Oh, God! That's a Death Valley driver. Oh, another kick on Neville. Neville just took him down again. Just count. Oh no, just throw to the crowd. That has gotta be it. 9 count for Neville. Neville trying to get back inside the ring. Rusev got him. And I believe there's a 10 right there. Rusev wins this matchup via a count out. A cheap way of winning this matchup. And I think it's warranted. Tommy was just trying to watch the match. We'll see you guys on AEW Destiny. And of course, Neville just could not keep his eyes off of Tommy in that matchup. He was just staring down the challenger, attacking the challenger. There with Tommy retaliated. Should have been disqualification, but it was a count out instead, which technically counts as a disqualification. Rusev winning the matchup. So let's run down how this card did. Jimmy Havoc versus Kevin Owens was the opener. Got 5 stars as Jimmy Havoc won, thanks to Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns versus Devon Dudley got 5 stars as well, and Roman Reigns won with a diving spear. And a 6-man tag team matchup, Evolution and Adam Cole defeated Team Rollins with that surprise small package on Finn Bálor. In a tag team match, Sheamus and The Miz defeated Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe when Samoa Joe got injured, and The Miz capitalized with a skull-crushing finale on a Joe, and it was just a surprise victory for The Miz and Sheamus. I thought they were going to collapse, I thought they were going to just break apart. They weren't really that good of a tag team, They weren't really that good of a pair. They were just rivals, and I thought they were just going to collapse in the end. And it didn't. So, yeah. Carl Anderson versus Chris Jericho was Carl Anderson's debut, and I almost forgot to mention, this was also Jimmy Havoc's debut, but Carl Anderson could not do what Jimmy Havoc did and win his debut. Chris Jericho instead won in a 5-star matchup, thanks to, I believe, the breakdown after a code breaker. And of course, like you just saw, Neville got defeated by Rusev via disqualification, or really a count-out. So, we have 3 5-star matches, 4 star matches, there are only 2 4-star matches, and 1 4.5-star. So, let's see what we get. It's a fun episode, really. It's another 5-star. Super Lucha Libre's up there now. Okay. I believe grappling is number 5. Strong Style Wrestling nowhere to be seen. All American Wrestling still number 1. Let's see how much money we lost this week, because we probably lost money. Oh wait, no we didn't. Well, I guess that's what happens when you have no guarantees, which is nice. Pentagon Jr. has renewed his contract with Federation Online and will remain on the roster for the next 35 weeks. Alright. So we have 6 news pieces today from Wrestling Review. Let's see what else we have. Shane McMahon's strength has been proved. Why would I need strength? Alright then. AJ Styles is upset about being left off last week's show. Well, you didn't have to be left off the pay-per-view, if I can find something for you. Joe Hendry has left wrestling school to pursue a career in Maple Leaf Grappling. Oh, did I say there were 5 pieces of news? Oh, I didn't? Yeah, I meant to say there were 5 pieces of news. The 4th piece totally did not come out right, and it wasn't there, It wasn't even printed. So, it's actually 5. Ticket prices have risen to 14, resulting in higher profits for wrestling shows. Yes! 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 Great. Meeting Finn Bálor. Oh wait, his contract's up? Listed Finn Bálor. Contract was expired. Yada, 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 yada. Stay on All-American Wrestling. I have to be on these conditions. I want him to like a long contract because he's a current Money in the Bank holder. And we need to keep him on, So how will this contract do? So, there's a time where I would accept a deal like that, but those days are behind me now. Alright, I'm gonna give you more money, and I'll give you creative as well. There's a time where I would accept it. Oh my god. It is a popularity thing, isn't it? $8,700, deal or no deal. I'll even shorten your contract if you don't even want to stay here that much. I and refer to receive 50% of my payment up front. I don't know what that means. I think that means he wants guaranteed. Or either he wants... I think he wants guaranteed is what he wants. You know what? Just for you. Why not? And further receive 50% of... What does that mean? I already gave you guaranteed. Do I take guaranteed off of you and only give you this much? Because that would technically be half? Or do I do this? I think, you know what, yeah, I'll do this. It hurt me. What does that mean? What does that mean? I think we gotta get rid of the advanced and then give them the guarantee, right? Does that make sense? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't get that. Okay. So either I'm crazy or hold on. Let's give them this much in advance. Is that... Oh, no. No! 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 Well, that didn't work. Best if it goes separate ways. No, it's not. Hey, Shane McMahon, what do you think of my new hairstyle? Should I wear it like this in the ring? Oh, you got even more bald? I kinda don't care. As you can see, I'm kind of in a deep depression, and you can tell that because of my eyebrows. And I really don't care for what you want. So, apparently Finn left us. But you know what? I got a plan. I have a plan. So since Finn Bálor is our Money in the Bank holder, he can't exactly leave us, which is why I headed back to All American Wrestling. I know it's cheating, but I'm not really trying to play this as if I'm doing it in Booking Revolution mode. I'm trying to do it as like we were booking an actual wrestling show, you know? Not like in game perspective, so I have to try and keep everything in order for now. And maybe I'll like put some more stress on myself and make it more of a Booking Revolution mode, so like say whenever someone leaves, they leaves, and I can't get them back until I give them like a good deal or something. And whenever someone, say, like wants to come into the company, I need to give them some sort of deal, not say no or something. Or like, whenever I get given a ultimatum by Mr. McMahon, I have to go through with that ultimatum and not back out. You know, that sort of thing. I might put some stress on myself like that, but yeah, but I'm not going to do it now. Not at least until next playthrough, maybe. Yeah, so I'm not going to try and challenge myself yet. So that was another episode of All American Wrestling. Our next pay-per-view is All American Wrestling's Destiny. And it's going to take place in Miami. And yeah, it's going to be soon, so I'll see you guys later.